This is TC. So
Hi.
you're my how do we? My daughter married your son.
Something like that.
We've known each other since before that, but you got some cool cars.
Thanks.
So they were telling me about the new cool car, and I'm like, well, I don't know. He's probably busy. We got things going on. Different world, but the same world. And you guys are restoring. Start with what are you restoring?
We're doing a 1930 Hudson Model T Roadster.
Cool car,
Yep, straight eight. All,
original.
yep.
Take it apart.
We've taken it all the way down to the frame and bringing it back up probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks from starting to put the final paint on it.
So when it used to be in here in the basement. We're in the basement. I guess it's a garage, but it's the basement of the house. And so I asked you about all the documentation on it. So you're not new to cars, but you're kind of new to the
Yeah,
restoration part.
yeah, I didn't have the time before, and now I've gotten into it. I've got a grandson named Hudson.
Uh huh.
Bob does too, and that kind of got it started. And ended up buying this 1930 Roadster because I wanted one, and it was not up to the level I've wanted. So one thing led to another, and we're doing a frame off restoration on it. And I didn't have the appreciation for the time and patience that it takes to do something like that. I'm a good 90-day project guy, and this
No, you got the.
is
You're
going to
a,
be about
you're a jeweler. You're a watchmaker. Don't
yeah.
tell me about time and patience. You
But
know about time and
this
patience.
is going to be about a 2 year, 2.5 year project. By
So
the
you're
time we're
not
done
quite
with
at the
it.
Jay Leno level
No,
yet.
no, no.
But you
I'm
have a
dreaming.
helper. You have a.
Got two guys working with me on it and stuff that are great. One's an incredible mechanic, and the other one's a serious body guy, and they've done it their whole lifetime. They're my age, and we're getting to play.
So
doing
you've
it.
learned all about it, and you've done the documentation, and you know how hard it is to find parts. So this is just like a side gig thing. Found this one. You did some work on it though, didn't
Yeah, a
you?
little bit. George went through it, and we upgraded the brakes on it, and he adjusted everything, redid the carburetors and stuff on it. That's a 1950 MG
Cool car. It's fun to play in, I
yeah,
bet.
yeah.
I haven't driven in it, but they're fun to play in.
Yeah.
Now this is like the new. I walked in, I'm like, whoa, this is past. Whoa, this is like ready to go.
This is a 1911 Model 33 Hudson.
Man,
that I
the
was able to
detail
pick
on
up.
this is unbelievable.
Yeah. The restoration on this was done, and the guy has actually toured it 22,000 miles since he did the restoration on it.
Wow, what is that race they call? Gatsby or what is no?
Yeah,
what is
there's
it?
one I think called that. There's another one they just did from like Savannah, Georgia to, was it Colorado Springs or something?
That's to be fun to do that with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what is this?
That's acetylene tank. The acetylene is for the headlights.
Wow.
And this is the side lights are kerosene. The carriage lights on the side are kerosene.
Crazy. I don't know. You remember the old Sayray? That car that I built one time, long time ago. It was kind of a cross between the Munstermobile and
Okay.
Cinderella's Pumpkin.
Okay.
Well, Chris helped me build that way back in the day before my daughter took him out of being my garage buddy. I had a pair of headlights. They were a candle off a carriage.
Yeah.
They'd stay lit up till about
Yeah.
50 miles an hour.
They've done a conversion on this, and they're electric now, which
Okay.
light up really nice. And that way the brass has been clear coated.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, so it
so-
don't get hot? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
That works out really well to where you don't end up messing
So in
up
the running
finish on
lights,
it.
that's original, that's glass, that's
Yeah, that's all glass.
and under here, this is
No, that's been added.
okay.
That's your turn signals and all that. That's an
So just
after-
to be road legal, they put those on there?
Well, I think because he was driving it so much that he did that, and it's got a nice system in the back too for your turn signals and everything. And he hid all that in the side panel on the door. You don't even see it. There's a little flip switch in there. You put your hand on to do
Wow.
the turn signals and stuff. So works out good. But it's got an electric starter on it. Obviously in 1911 it was hand crank.
So right-hand drive.
Well, And I learned something there I didn't know, which all the the car guys are going to know that, but I'm learning that stuff. Do you know why it's on the right hand side?
No.
So that you can stay out of the ditch.
Wow.
All the carriages, this is 1911,
Right.
and you're just transitioning from horse and buggy and carriages and stuff, and driving a carriage or whatever. You're on the right hand side, and the purpose of that was to keep it out of the ditch.
Oh, so people weren't used to driving between the lines.
No, there weren't any.
No, well, exactly.
You're on
Now you
dirt
can't help it. I was in the
and-
car the other day. It
yeah.
wouldn't let me turn. I wanted to stay between the lines.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
something's wrong with the
Yep,
steering
yep.
here.
No, that's the reason the wheel is on the right hand side in the older cars, is to keep it out of the ditch.
Wow, this is amazing. Where'd it come from again?
The gentleman that had it was in Kalamazoo, a little community outside of there called Portage, Michigan.
Wow. So I'm not a huge history guy in Hudson. Where was it? Where were these made?
They were in Detroit.
They were in Detroit.
And
Okay.
I believe the company started in 1908, somewhere in there. Don't hold me to that. I'm still learning too.
So in the same company as the tool company.
No.
So
this
it's a
car-
different Hudson.
I'm 90% sure a different company.
Okay.
And there's also Hudson Bay stuff, and a lot of that's getting confused with the Hudson thing. Hudson, New York, Hudson River, all of that stuff. You see that on there. But this was a car company. But he's done a phenomenal job.
Oh.
Open and close one of the doors, Bob. It's just unreal.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that's smooth.
I got lectured really good by Tony, the previous owner, not to let anyone use this as a crutch or anything,
Yeah.
getting in and out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And he made that real clear to me, because obviously somebody had probably done that to him, and he
Well,
got to spend
I
hours
hate that
getting
almost opening the door on a car that I don't know. Especially
Well, I
that one,
understand.
because
Yeah, that's I can tell when I'm showing somebody whether they're a car person or not. They'll be standing with their hands back. Somebody that's not, I had somebody up rubbing their hand on the
Well,
light the other day on the brass.
yeah, no. I'm cleaning one up, getting ready to go. That looks like that happened to it. It's been there for a little while.
Yeah.
To get it to this shine, it's like it don't happen just unless you
No,
rub on it
no.
with the
He
right
was-
kind of polish
He
and the
was
right kind of
very
rags for a long
particular and
time.
touched it up right before we got there and stuff. It was up on a 4-point lift
Oh,
whenever we
perfect.
got there.
Look at the screws,
Oh yeah, everything's turned.
all lined the right direction.
Oh,
Yeah. Of course, I would point out the one thing that didn't belong in the car.
What's that?
Your turn signal.
Oh,
They look all right, but they just don't
you know,
match everything else.
We're not going for 100-point.
No, yeah.
We're going for fun.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the 100-point thing.
Well, this looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the thing I'm having to learn is the double clutch and all that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
shift it.
Yeah.
That's a whole new discipline. I'll get it down, and George is a great teacher, but I'm not used to having to do that.
Well, we were talking about you the other day. We have a mutual friend, and Dr. Clark, and he's in the
Yeah.
Packards. If you want to talk about Packards, that's the guy. You want to talk about Hudson's TC? He's the man.
I'm learning.
You're getting there. It's awesome. So when does the Hornet coming in?
I don't know. That sounds like a good project for you, Bob.
No, no. This is right up what you're doing. What I got going on at the shop right now is you need to come out. We're getting it back into the going good. So
Yeah, that's great.
excellent. Well, thank you for doing that. I
Oh, glad
appreciate it.
to.
This is a good
I'm loving it.
good
a lot
thing
of
here.
fun, a lot of history,
Yeah.
and
So I retired and didn't do cars, and then went back to work. And you retired and went into doing cars.
cars. Just playing. I'm just playing.
Playing. Well, so just playing. What does playing mean? 20 hours a week? 30 hours a
I
week?
just
10 hours a week? 40
whenever I
hours a
want.
week?
Now it means whatever I want to, when I want to. So I never counted the hours when I was working, and
Oh, okay.
not
There you
counting
go.
them now. So
As long as it's fun. I mean, I like work to be fun. It's not work if it's fun. Well, this is excellent. I wish I could get a better picture of it, but they will see from this picture, it's a cool car.
it'll work better if I put the garage door down.
No, this is fine.